stopped. I don't know the words. Seriously, this song kicks ass. What the fuck this is? Facebook suggested that I contact you. I'm a musician also. Do you think you could help me find a singing gig?
photos or videos, or drop a heart in the comments because that's about to change. If you're home alone right now, and you don't have anyone to send you photos or videos, or drop a heart in the comments because that's about to change. If you're home alone right now, and you don't have anyone to send you photos or videos, or drop a heart in the comments because that's about to change. If you're home alone right now, and you don't have anyone. If you're home alone right now.
Last track, I've been thinking about the darker side of Motley Crue's storytelling on Merry-Go-Round.
That song always felt unsettling, and now I know why. It was born from a traumatic memory Nikki Sixx had of a neighbor having a total mental breakdown.
It's heavy. Apparently, the neighbor regressed to childhood right in front of him, and Nikki couldn't shake the image of that loss of self.
Talk about a grim inspiration for a hook. It makes the song feel less like a party anthem and more like a window into a truly fragile reality. Let's get into Piece of Your Action.
You, I need you, I want you to be my tonight. You need me, tease me, use you up and throw you away. You higher, take me higher, don't go away, don't let me down. You need me now, I'm a teacher, come on, let's go all the way.
this it? What do you want to do with your life?
I am in command. What was that? For that little outburst, each and every one of you will spend 3 hours in detention. Today, immediately after school, in the basement. What do you think you're doing? Mr. Sister, what kind of a man desecrates a defenseless textbook? I've got a good mind to slap your fat face. You are destroying your life with that garbage. All right, Mr. Sister, I want you to tell me. No, better yet, stand up and tell the class. What do you want to do with your life? I want to rock.
is kind of this independent power broker working with a series of other independent power brokers together who form some kind of supra-government above all representative government in the West. That's the clear, so like, what is that?
Yeah. Do you think?
Interesting. Tucker, after taking a minute to think about what's happening with the Epstein files and what it reveals, he says it reveals that we actually don't have a real government and that we have a supra-government. Let's listen. Super sounds like a new
shadow government,
like a Celica, like from Toyota, but no,
Yeah.
that's a different Supra. Let's listen.
He knew everybody.
Yeah.
And in every country. And he's weighing in on every event of the moment that he's living in. So, like, he's shorting the global financial crisis. He's discussing the fall of Gaddafi in Libya before it happens and trying to figure out how to profit from that.
Totally plugged in.
Like, at a level that, as someone who just, like, covers government, I feel like I know plugged in people. Never met anyone that plugged in.
Yeah.
So what is this? He represents no government. He clearly works for Mossad. He clearly works for CIA. Clearly is in contact with both. And clearly British intelligence. So he's not working for Israel. He's not working for the United States. He's not working for the UK exclusively. He's not working for anybody, really. He's kind of this independent power broker working with a series of other independent power brokers together who form some kind of supra-government above all representative government in the West. That's the clear, so like, what is that?
Yeah. Do you think we'll see arrests?
Well, it's been almost 20 years that some of this material has been in the custody of governments. Most of it is still hidden, and there have been no arrests. Instead, there's been a consistent, over decades, effort to shield the people exposed from arrest. So, no, there may be performative arrests. But the big question is not, was there blackmail? Yes. Was there sex with minors? Of course. Was there some kind of weird religious practice that we would describe as witchcraft? Oh, yeah. But the bigger question is, like, what was this? It's clearly an informal governance body over what the rest of us consider the authorities, which is to say governments, nation states.
So that is what's revealing who really runs things. And again, like I told you, when there's a session of Congress, do you really think they're in there doing the bidding of students or the elderly or workers or the sick or citizens in general? They're in there.
Medicaid.
They're in there doing the bidding of the oligarchs, the people who really run the world, just like Donald Trump is doing.
Wake up, stupid.
Their bidding. Do you think regular people, when they voted for Donald Trump, they're like, oh, I hope he goes into Venezuela, I hope he chokes off Cuba, I hope he tries to take over Greenland, I hope he bombs Iran, I hope he keeps funding the Ukraine war and the genocide, and then I hope he bombs, You think anybody, nobody, even the people today say, yeah, I voted for that, they did not. Because they were running on the exact opposite of that. Ending the war in 24 hours, taking the money we spend on war, investing it back in the United States. Trump was talking about cutting the was to keep the people on the left and the right hating each other. It worked like a charm. And so we do have so this idea that, again, that you would get caught up in this left-right dichotomy is silly. You have to really be a Trump to not see through it. And so what happened to a lot of people that I know personally, when Trump got elected, that's when they started paying attention to are playing a game on us. It took 10, now finally people who started to pay attention to politics in 2016, it took 10 years for them to now go, oh, I see, they all work for the same people. They're both screwing us. It doesn't matter who we vote for. What's that?
You've seen these people feel that? I haven't.
Oh, yeah, I have. I have seen people starting to wake up to that, yeah. Saying that you should withhold your vote from the Democrats. So I've seen that, and we're going to cover it, in fact, on Wednesday.
I guess Tucker chewing up that remedial shit and spitting into their mouth like a baby bird does work.
Yeah. And let's remember what Charlie Kirk said about not the exact same thing, because he didn't know about the Epstein files, what was in them yet, but he's making a similar point. Let's listen.
Do you mind sending me a selfie of what you look like today, please?
Agencies were then used inwardly against us. And that has really been the story the last 30 to 40 years, which is our intel services are supposed to gather intelligence and defend the homeland and to keep us domestically safe. But it turns out they're
I will happily do the same if you would like.
actually more about picking winners and losers in American elections and to thwart the will of popular sovereignty.
So that's why that Dilbert guy, Scott Adams, when he says, I trust the CIA to lie to me to keep me safe, that is such a childish, and I don't want to speak poorly of the dead. I liked him. I love his cartoon. But that was
defend himself.
that was such a ridiculous thing to say, that I trust the CIA to lie to me to keep me safe. I trust Trump to lie to me. I trust the government to lie to me. That is really one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
He knows now, and rational Jesus and rational heaven is laughing at him.
That's right. So that's why. So because the CIA isn't working on your behalf. Just like the president isn't working on your behalf.
What the fuck?
None of them are working on your behalf. Just like Tucker Carlson just said, there's a super government. And just like Charlie Kirk knew even before the Epstein files got released, that the intelligence community is making up a sort of super government above the government.
The shadow government.
The shadow government. And
The
they
deep
actually
state
run
is
things.
administrative.
Yes.
The shadow government is who's above the deep state. I've seen people talking about this for years. It's not super and shadow. Look. Everybody,
Let me finish what Charlie says.
Who actually runs this government? The first term we were kind of under this very naive idea that the people run the government, and then we were like, well, it's the lobbyists. But after, I think, 7 or 8 years, and it's taken... It's this fourth branch of government that the founders never created, they never designed, there was no intent for, and that fourth branch of government is unaccountable, has unknown biographies of people that are running it, and they're there for unlimited amounts of time. There's no term limits, they're not elected, and they're unelected. You have all these unknown amounts of people, and what are they doing, and it's a black box budget, and I believe that all roads lead back to the intel agencies and all this stuff. And so, but Tulsi is now getting under the hood. This revelation of Russiagate is massive. It's huge.
I know.
And God bless her for doing this. Who's running the United States government?
So that was, I felt the same way back then. I felt the same way, like, oh, so now they're going to expose the deep state who manufactured a fake hoax called Russiagate, and now they're going to arrest some of those people, and they didn't do any of that.
Wait, how long ago was this? Before Trump had got in?
This was when he was still alive, and so no, this was before he died. So this is what we thought. This is before we saw the real game being played. Nobody's going to jail for Russiagate. Trump is now the new deep state. He's working for the shadow government. The same, no matter who you vote for, you get John McCain.
I have a feeling you're going to charge me for something.
And I thought naively too, like, oh, Tulsi is going to get in there and blow this thing wide open.
No.
She's making huge. I thought so, but of course now we know better. Tulsi flipped, and she's also working with the deep state now because she's part of the administration, and the price for admission is to go along with the deep state and the shadow government, and she's going along with it, which is why she flip-flopped on Venezuela, flip-flopped on Cuba, and flip-flopped famously.
Wow, it's still on.
Gaza.
That's so great.
In fairness to her, and to Chris Cuomo, and to many of these people, she's probably been trained since a very small child to flip-flop that way because MK Monarch is real, and all the pundits and stars, movie stars, and the Mom Donnies, and the AOCs, and all of them got put through it, and that's why they seem like they were cast in a teen drama. That's why.
Well, there's a little bit more to this. Let's listen.
Question. If we do not smash the administrative state and the deep state in the coming 6 to 12 months, then we're actually not gonna bring this entire intelligence apparatus to heel. We have to lance the boil because it's gone so out of control, and I can tell you they are deeply fearful of this movement. They know that we are aware. They know that we are noticing things.
And that's why they killed him. And so now he's out of the way, and they don't have to. So that's one of the reasons why they killed him, because he was too powerful. He could actually mobilize people against them, and so he was just a pain in the ass all the way around for the deep state, the establishment, the shadow government, the people who really run things. He got to be, for Israel certainly, he became a big pain in the ass. So they had to get rid of him because he wanted to have the government put back into the hands of the people, which is not happening. That is
Well, it's any
not
consolation.
happening.
If there's any kind of consolation, they probably had planned to kill him the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. The whole time.
That we're seeing patterns, that we know how powerful the intel agencies have become. And so that's why I think Russiagate really matters, is that it's a way to hold them accountable, to see how...
And they're not holding anybody accountable for Russiagate. It's just all over, and now everybody in the FBI are all buddies. They're all one group team again. They're all covering up the Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt. They're all covering up the Charlie Kirk assassination. They're all going along with Venezuela, Cuba, Ukraine, Gaza, Iran, Yemen. They're all going along with all of it. So there is no exposure of the deep state because of Russiagate. That was I feel like a sucker for even hoping that would happen.
I know, and I never had faith, but I still feel like a sucker. I can't believe what I believe right now. I just can't believe it.
I don't know. Should I read it?
What was that? Yo, Tucker.
People hear super government and think pure conspiracy, but the Epstein case does show one real problem. Different rules for ultra-connected versus everyone else. The question that actually matters: why has so much evidence sat for decades with so little accountability? Well, the question kind of answers itself. It's because everybody's in on it. That's why. Because the
they
people
eat kids. They didn't want to say nothing.
Because the people who run the country are in the files. That's why. The people who actually are in the files. That's why. That's why.
All your heroes are in it. Hey, I'm in it, but I didn't do nothing, Jimmy. I'm just an important guy.
Tucker just pointed out something people have been uneasy about for years, the sense that there are layers of influence operating far beyond what most citizens ever get to see. You don't need conspiracy theories to notice the pattern. Major scandals involving powerful people often end with no real accountability, no arrest, and no clear answers, like 9/11. Like the stock market crash, banking crash of 2008, like the Libyan war, like the torture program, like the Iraq war, like the drone program that killed 90% innocent people, like COVID, like it's the same thing. The Epstein case is the clearest example. 2 decades of documents, testimony, and reporting, yet the outlook looks nothing like what would happen if the same evidence involved ordinary people. That disconnect isn't just frustrating, it erodes trust in the very institutions meant to uphold justice. When people start asking whether representative government is doing the job it claims to do, they're really asking why transparency seems to stop exactly where power begins. So the real question becomes, what mechanisms would actually force sunlight into places that have resisted it for decades? I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah.
There's
the Galactic
nothing.
Federation would have to have a talk with Israel.
Well, that sounds crazy, but when the American dollar crashes, when let's say Russia and China, India, Brazil decide to go on another dollar, besides the United States reserve currency, let's say they go on the Chinese dollar, it's over for us. Our economy craters, our dollars, everyone's retirements are wiped out, everything gets wiped out. And that's what's going to lead to a revolution. And until then, people are going to wake up. Even though 50% of the country can't afford a $400 emergency, 80% of people work paycheck to paycheck. Even though 50% of wage earners earn $30,000 or less, it's not enough misery to make people get in the streets and have a real revolution.
You know why? Because they're dying out, the people that are disappointed. And generation, whatever it is, alpha, they don't expect nothing. Those are the new people. So they tie you up with bullshit identity, millennials and zoomies and boomies and all that. And while everybody fights, we all die. And then the new generation doesn't believe in nothing to begin with. So you can't disappoint them.
So I thought was an interesting tweet, Kurt. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I see that.
VC Campbell says there's a huge network and it leads back to Satan. Say.
Fucking crazy. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at And you see the eyes looking at it like, are you guys kidding me?
Albuquerque, Houston, Dallas, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. I know.
Look at that face. Like,
I
you
know.
get Mark Passio. I'm going to have him on my podcast Thursday about Mark Passio, ex-LaVey church guy. He explains it very well. You got to think of it like in ancient times, if you knew psychology. And then that way they can use something like this Rorschach test design, to see how well the control is. And if you see this,
Las Vegas. Go to jimmydore.
What do you need to do today?
This is stupid.